Urban explorers beware. Disturbing things get left in abandoned homes that should probably stay as is. Back in August of 2022, police in Milwaukee were asking for the public's help in identifying a man whose body was found in an abandoned home. And it wasn't just any regular old body, it was a mummified body. These remains were found on August 10th at 231 Burleigh Street. Now apparently it was found by this YouTuber. Nobody knows what this belonged to or who it belonged to. Amy McKelchick, the lead forensic investigator at the Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office, said the body had no identification on it. They said that a majority of the remains were mummified, minus the head, the feet, and one hand. And because of that, the Medical Examiner's Office was able to identify tattoos, submitted them into a database. According to an investigation report from the Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office, the building was, kind of residential, but had been long abandoned. According to the report at least. The person appears to be a black male based on the features discovered in the autopsy. They had some tattoos, so yay. They also had 5 rings on their fingers. One of the tattoos on the left arm said King, and another one on the right arm said SAVA. There were some other tattoos, but they couldn't really make things out. Also, they were wearing a red allergy bracelet, commonly used in hospitals in the area. According to officials, the man had on multiple layers of clothing, including athletic pants, long johns. He also had 2 jackets. According to the autopsy report, from what folks could tell, there was no injuries. There was no signs of substance use. Fun fact for you today, folks. Bodies left in hot, humid environments can actually mummify in about 2 weeks. In an enclosed location, it takes like a couple of months. And if it's in like a mild situation, it takes like 3 months. So, when a person dies, the countdown to decomp begins. That's when the enzymes start breaking down the cells in the body. In most cases, it needs to be in like a, aquatic environment. So if you get rid of the fluids, things slow down. And during spontaneous mummification, water leaves the body a lot faster than enzymes can operate. Bodies buried in crypts can accidentally mummify if there's a ventilation. But not every part of the body mummifies at the same time. Some internal organs, like the heart, take a lot longer to dry out. But the hands, the toes, and the fun bits are the fastest parts to dry out. But like I said before, the environment can speed things up, so good to know. Sometimes the soil surrounding the body plays a big part because osmosis, or, heavy metals and dirt kind of helps with things. Even clothes can help because, they can act as like a wick. They can absorb all those fluids. In addition to protecting the remains from the body's process of decomposing, environmental conditions also have to defend against external threats like bacteria, fungi, animals. All fun things you get to know today. An urban explorer has been left shocked after discovering an abandoned farmhouse filled with strange items, including breakfast ready to go, despite the home having been abandoned for like 20 years. YouTuber Daniel Sims ventured into a deserted farm back in April, and the property was believed to have been abandoned back in 2003. And there's a lot to be found. Inside the farmhouse, Daniel found memorabilia from the 30s and beyond, including some disturbing items that he didn't know what to make of. Some of these were creepy dolls, arranged to look as if they were using the toilet, and more. The kitchen appeared to be frozen in time. The kettle was still on the stove, waiting for tea, and a teacup, milk, and jam were next to it on the counter. In the cupboards, there were jars of food that were next to a 1996 calendar. He believes the previous owner ran a pig farm, was a toy collector, which explains finding so many toys everywhere. But nobody knows why the property was abandoned. He said it was really strange. It was like the family vanished and just left the food and everything else. So this is probably the closest anybody has come to swinging coins like Scrooge McDuck, but back in 2007, Jeff Biddleman knocked down a wall in an abandoned home and nearly got showered with old coins. He entered this home that had been abandoned for almost 20 years. Because the family that used to own the home actually asked him. There have been a lot of rumors that other family members had maybe hidden money in the walls, but nobody was quite sure about it, and they were like, how about you do it, pal? So, what did he discover? Well, like 100 to 200 grand worth of old coins that date back to like 1826. We're talking Liberty dimes, 1-cent coins. Gosh, I miss pennies. So this one's a bit of a humdinger, because it's kind of hard to wrap your head around how a bust winds up as a doorstop. But that's what happened here, folks. It just took 270 years for somebody to figure out that somebody made a whoopsie. So the bust that was used as a doorstop was made by French sculptor Edmé Bouchardon, and it dates back to 1728. And it was found holding a door open in an abandoned shed in Scotland. It was a bust of a politician, Sir John Gordon, and it's only worth like $2 million. A while back, police in Houston received a phone call from a concerned resident who reportedly found a tiger. But here's the thing, they weren't calling from their home. They entered this abandoned home to do some things and stumbled upon a tiger that was caged in the home's garage, and thankfully folks managed to get it into an animal sanctuary, but like, no! Back in 2023, an abandoned and hidden home was discovered filled with a lot of creepy dolls. My kind of place. Professional urban explorer Dave, who runs freaktography.com, had to travel to the middle of nowhere to find the property in Ontario, Canada. Stuffed animals were on the floor of every room, with a lot of them being ripped to shreds. Meanwhile, there was dolls all over the front yard. Dave estimated a lot of these belongings were from the 90s. Some folks think it might be 1980s, but the entire home is in this whole state of decay. It's got peeling paint, it's got rust, it's obviously been abandoned for quite some time. Dave said that it seemed like in every room he entered he was being watched by the eyes of the creepy dolls and the stuffed animals. I want to visit. An urban explorer has been left stunned after he found a secret stash of luxury items inside a multi-million-dollar abandoned mansion. The 27,000 square foot property was built by a surgeon in the northeastern United States before he tragically passed away in a plane crash. So, the expensive goods left inside? Well, let's see, we got an unopened $10,000 designer shoe collection, luxury cars worth like 80 grand, all of this left to rust. What a shame. Abandoned Ireland took to Instagram to reveal what was left of this next abandoned place. So it's a detached house. It's located, once again, in Ireland, and it's kind of hidden with overgrown shrubbery. It was captioned with, "Who was the last to leave this house and why didn't they come back?" The entire home is deteriorating. It's falling apart. The grate has overgrown greenery, window panes are missing, we're missing roof tiles, the works. Inside the house, the stairs are filled with branches, loose wood. There's a pair of brown lace shoes sitting on a counter. Doesn't seem like they've been as worn as everything else. You've got artificial yellow flowers on the ground. I'm sensing a ritual and I don't like it. How much does 3.7 million in gold weigh? Around 220 pounds. And how does somebody find that out? By discovering that much gold in a house they inherited in France. In some, there was like 5,000 gold pieces, 2 bars of 12 kilos, 37 ingots of like 1 kilo, and somebody found gold when they were just like moving furniture. They found a tin box of coins screwed to the underside of something, and they found a lot more in a lot of other spots. All of this was purchased back in like the 1950s, so worth a lot now. A witch's talisman contains a number square and a non-standard English words, so it's believed that it might incorporate names of angels, demons, or elementals. This one in particular that we're talking about right now was definitely used by a witch, but we're not quite sure of the purpose. A talisman is anything. It could be any object that you believe to have magic powers that can bring good luck, but this one in particular was found in a cottage, an abandoned cottage. Now, most talismans are not worn, technically. You just carry them around in your pocket or your purse, but you keep it because you want it to protect you. Wiltshire has had its fair share of witchcraft stories. There's been a lot of folks that have been accused and found guilty of being a witch, but interestingly enough, finding a talisman in an empty home, not really great, normally used to ward off demons, so don't go there. And that's all for today, folks. I've been Alexa. See ya!